Coming up on Great Hearts, Great Stories.
Mock trial is where students are given a semi-realistic court case that they are being asked to put on.
Veritas Prep's mock trial team is making headlines. Fresh off their 5th state title and headed to nationals, they're powered by courtroom coaching and classical training.
From the gymnastics floor at LSU to the front of the classroom, an assistant teacher with an Olympic legacy brings her passion to Great Hearts Harveston in Louisiana.
There's never a time to be too involved. Like, you're not gonna look back and be like, I wish I did less when they were all 3 at school there.
We are honoring our school volunteers during National Volunteer Week, celebrating everything they do to lift our academies higher.
And Young Hearts Preschool is opening their 2nd location in Central Scottsdale. More about their August opening is just ahead.
And that's all coming up on Great Hearts, Great Stories. Welcome to Great Hearts, Great Stories, our monthly student newscast. I'm Mahum a senior at North Phoenix Prep.
I'm Zander Liu, also a senior here. We're kicking off this episode with the Veritas Prep mock trial team as they prepare to head to nationals after winning the Arizona State Championship.
This is their 5th state title since 2019. Their secret to winning comes from real courtroom coaching, tight-knit teamwork, and years of Socratic training.
So the Veritas team currently has 3 individual teams, Scout, Atticus, and Gem, really after To Kill a Mockingbird. Our Scout team is sort of the intermediate team, the Atticus team is the varsity team, and Gem are our new participants.
Mock trial is where students are given a semi-realistic court case that they are being asked to put on. There's about 6 members to each team, and 3 of the members will be attorneys on one side and then the witnesses on the other side, and then that flops.
They are very realistic in that a lot of the arguments are sort of the base rules that we will use often. So ultimately, I think it does give good practice to the students in terms of their ability to ultimately be practice ready at some point in time. Those judges will comment to us after, if the lawyers came in half as prepared as your students came in to our courtroom, it would be, blissful for us.
I really think being able to argue both sides of the case is really important, that you're not just focusing on one argument and laying that out like you do really in an essay or something like that, but when you're a witness, you're going to be whatever the opposite role or the opposite side of your attorney role, so you have to know the entire case backwards and forwards.
It's really intimidating being in front of a judge, especially maybe a meaner one, and being able to stand up to your argument and challenge them on why you're right. So it's given me a lot of courage to be able to face difficult situations and just build really great bonds with my team members, some of whom I've been with since I was a freshman.
This is the first year that I've worked with these people, and something that was really special about it is that we were able to build our own team chemistry this year. At the beginning with the invitational, we were all kind of getting to know each other, and so something that really helped us during the state competition is just that we knew each other. We were able to help each other and be supportive of each other through all the 4 rounds that we competed in.
I mean, the girls on the mock trial team have always been some of my closest friends. Last year, I was on Atticus and we went to nationals, and we had 5 of our seniors graduate out who were really dear friends to me. So it forms friendships, and it's more than just the competitions and things like that. It's the relationships that mean a lot to me.
Because we have such an investment with the coaches and the parents and the students that participate for all 4 years, I think that in itself and the success of the program is a testament to how willing and committed we all are to doing our best and being our best. There's more to mock trial than just the actual writing of the work. You get to build connections with your teammates, and I would just say it's an opportunity that I'm so happy I participated in.
Woo! And over in Baton Rouge, we were introduced to McKenna Kelly Dowdy, a former gymnast at Louisiana State University, who happens to be the daughter of Olympic gold medalist Mary Lou Retton.
She told us that her journey from elite athletics led her to her new passion, teaching. One of her most defining moments came in her senior year at LSU. After recovering from an Achilles tear, she scored a perfect 10 on the floor exercise. But it was that very injury that ultimately led McKenna to discover a deeper purpose, telling us, "My injury was the best thing to ever happen to me. Without having my identity in my sport to lean on, I had to self-reflect on my heart. What else makes me, me? Besides gymnastics, what fills and fuels my heart? That's when I discovered my love for people and pouring into them, which ultimately led me into education."
Now, she's an apprentice teacher at Great Hearts Harveston, where she's inspiring students with the same dedication and heart that once made her an all-American gymnast. Young Hearts Preschool is expanding in August, opening its second location in Scottsdale. This high-quality early childhood education program for children ages 3 to 5 is now accepting applications. The school will be opening on our Cicero campus right in the heart of Scottsdale. You can join virtual, open chats, an ideal way for families to learn more about the warm, nurturing environment at Young Hearts Preschools and pre-K programs.
And more growth for Great Hearts. Our private Christian academies are hoping to expand to the South Mountain area for the upcoming school year. The new South Mountain campus will offer a Christ-centered, classical education for students in grades K through 7, with plans to grow. But in order to open, we need 100 students to enroll. By the way, all application fees are being waived. You can learn more at greatheartschristianacademies.org.
Still ahead on Great Hearts, Great Stories. The annual architecture fair at Cicero Prep showcases the creativity and craftsmanship of 8th grade students as they build iconic structures like the Leaning Tower of Pisa to intricate Gothic cathedrals.
So take that pen that you have right in front of you. Let's sign.
8 students, 8 college signings. These Glendale Prep seniors were honored during a signing ceremony as they prepare for college in the fall.
I chose this poem because it had a lot of emotion in it.
And 12 young scholars from across the network took to the stage to showcase their love for poetry at the 2025 Great Hearts Bard Competition.
I strangled ere my Romeo comes.
The performances you won't want to miss are just ahead.
Earn the world's first degree in liberal arts and entrepreneurship.
Hildegard College shapes students into redemptive entrepreneurs.
Being in a small class and having that accountability.
Yeah, after coming here, college has taken a whole new meaning.
Visionary creators focused on transforming society for the better.
This is Hildegard College.
Train your mind in the wisdom of the past and build your own redemptive venture. Hildegard College. Think deeply, create boldly.
Welcome back to Great Hearts, Great Stories, where I'd like to introduce you to 4th grader Ethan Galindo, who arrived from Honduras last December with his family in search of better opportunities. He enrolled at Great Hearts Harveston in Baton Rouge, where he found a community dedicated to his success. Overcoming language barriers and cultural shifts, Ethan has flourished thanks to daily intervention sessions and the English Learner Program. In just one semester, he soared from the lowest performing math group to on grade level, which is amazing. You can help support students like Ethan by giving to the Greater Good Fund to help create brighter futures for our students.
The annual architecture fair at Cicero Prep showcases the creativity and craftsmanship of 8th grade students. They designed architectural models using household items and art supplies to build iconic structures like the Leaning Tower of Pisa to intricate Gothic cathedrals. Students demonstrate impressive ingenuity, turning challenges into artistic triumphs.
Literature is the backbone of every Great Hearts Academy, and at Archway Arate, their readathon brought books to life with costumes, creative activities, and a school-wide celebration of reading.
Throughout the quarter, our students work very diligently practicing their math, their reading, their writing. And once a quarter, we like to take some time off to celebrate that great learning, to interact with our learning in a different way. And so Readathon is a great opportunity to do that. We read about these great characters, and today presents an opportunity to interact with what life was like for those characters. During our kindergarten through 2nd grade assembly, Our headmaster, Mrs. Mason, read her favorite book from her childhood and intertwined the virtue of responsibility into her reading. Our music teacher, Mrs. Register, led the students in the Grand Old Flag. And then myself, as dean, came up and introduced our reading challenge for spring break. We're encouraging lots of minutes of reading while students are resting. We also want them to enjoy reading with the grand prize of reading with Mrs. Mason, our headmaster, in the library. Our 3rd through 5th grade assembly followed a similar pattern. Mrs. Mason read a different favorite book that was more appropriate for the higher grades, incorporating how that at any moment you can turn around and make a better choice. You can change your choices. And then our Dean of Students for 3rd through 5th grade, Ms. Dill, led the students in a reading game where they were identifying what character she was describing with the clues, and some of them were pretty tricky. Another part of our readathon celebration is getting to have a small celebration in the classroom. So each grade level decides how they want to navigate that time. So for our 2nd graders, they just finished reading Little House in the Big Woods, so they are having a Little House in the Big Woods celebration. In one of our classrooms, they were square dancing. In our 2nd classroom, they were making butter and practicing the chores that Mary and Laura participated in the book. And then our 3rd classroom, they were doing maple leaf rubbings. Throughout the day, other grade levels will be participating in similar celebrations. We also will have buddy reading. Our older grades are matched up with our younger grades, and they just spend a day in community enjoying books together. Readathon is also a great opportunity for our parents to join campus. Parents are really the backbone of our community. We had moms in the hallway buttering bread for our Little House celebrations. We'll have parents here throughout the day reading to classes, setting up activities, preparing food. So we are so grateful for our parents and our community that really makes an event like today possible. Readathon presents our students with the opportunity to engage in their literature in a new and different way. So that is why we think it's important to have a day like today, to celebrate the good works, to enhance that sense of wonder and see our truth reading goodness in a way that expands their wonder and curiosity.
As the school year begins to wind down, our seniors are preparing for the next stage of life. And at Glendale Prep, 8 seniors came together to sign their letter of intent to play collegiate sports.
Playing in college is a celebration of an extension of your high school career, but it's not something that is easily done. It takes a lot of sacrifice. You've taken on this challenge to take it to the next level, and hopefully here at Glendale Prep, we've been able to prepare you academically and athletically to shine. Thank your friends, thank your families. Look at all the people behind me who are here to support you. So take that pen that you have right in front of you. Let's sign. Yeah, great job, everybody.
Hi, my name is Sophia Bonzire, and I'll be doing track and field for Hillsdale College.
My name is Taryn Jansen. I will be attending Grand Canyon University. Will be competing in cross country and track and field.
Hi, I'm Senna Smith, and I'm going to be playing basketball at Ottawa University, Arizona.
I'm Maddie Kaspers, and I'm playing basketball at Arizona Christian University.
I'm Allie Moore, and I'm playing volleyball at Arizona Christian University.
My name is Logan Mindorf. I'm going to be playing baseball at Geneva College in Pennsylvania.
I'm Sophia Swinford. I'm going to Arizona Christian University, and I'll be on their dance team.
And Veritas Prep senior, Mackenzie Peralt, is signing to play beach volleyball at Concordia University, Irvine, taking her talents to the next level and off a stellar high school career marked by athletic leadership and academic excellence.
12 young scholars took the stage to showcase their love of poetry in the 2025 Great Hearts Bard Competition.
But it was Leah MacArthur, a 4th grader from Archway Chandler, who earned the title with a powerful recitation from Romeo and Juliet.
Her performance captured the heart of the crowd and the essence of classical education.
So
the Great Hearts Bard competition started several years ago as a way to honor the pride of place of language arts, particularly poetry. Students who participate in the Bard competition are judged on a set of criteria that's taken from the Poetry Out Loud. So it includes stage presence.
Ladies and gentlemen, skinny and stout, I'll tell you a tale I know nothing about.
It includes their ability to present the poem as a piece of poetry.
Creep to death.
Rather than a speech or acting it out.
And Nanny let my beetle out. Yes, Nanny let my beetle out. She went and let my beetle out.
They're also judged on their accuracy. We have a judge that is separate from the rest of us who is judging accuracy to ensure that they say all of the words correctly.
In the big, dark world, catching it up, he gave it the milk in the waiting cup.
Another criteria is just the general impact of their delivery of the poem.
Fire! They only answered, little liar. And therefore, when her aunt returned, Matilda and the house were burned.
Hello, my name is Leah MacArthur, and I am in 4th grade. I will be reciting Romeo and Juliet, Act 4, Scene 3 by William Shakespeare.
And so when we deliberated after all the students had performed, we all felt very strongly that she's somebody that would represent what the Bard is. And we're very, very pleased to have her show up at the events that we have and represent Great Hearts.
The 2025 Bard. So my poem was Romeo and Juliet, Act 4, Scene 3. I chose this poem because it had a lot of emotion in it, and I feel like William Shakespeare was a lot of work to put in, so I would have like a good chance of winning.
Die strangled ere my Romeo comes.
Or, if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night together with the terror of the place? I think it was a good poem to choose because it was all like dark, so I think that would be good expression for the poem.
Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo!
Romeo? Romeo. Here's drink. I drink to thee.
All right, our first place winner of the 2025 Great Hearts Archway Bard competition is Leah MacArthur. All right, you can pass it to her, Honor. Congratulations, Leah. Congratulations, River, and congratulations to all of you.
9 exceptional seniors from Great Hearts Academies have been named National Merit Finalists, placing them among the top academic achievers in the nation. Congratulations to Amelia Lockery, Andrew Wen, Robin Teskey, and Joshua Tong, all from Chandler Prep. Xander Liu from North Phoenix Prep, Gage Belt and Varun Ramakrishna from Scottsdale Prep, and Mackenzie Peralt from Veritas Prep.
Great Hearts seniors took their learning beyond the classroom on unforgettable trips to Washington, D.C., walking the halls of history, deepening friendships, and seeing their classical education come to life in the nation's capital. This is an annual tradition at Great Hearts, where all of our seniors visit our nation's capital every year to see and experience firsthand what they've learned in the classroom.
Get ready for a summer full of fun and learning with Great Hearts. Whether your child is preparing for kindergarten with our Kinder Readiness program or joining the excitement of our summer camps, there is something for every young scholar. From building confidence for the school year to exploring creative and enriching activities, both programs offer a memorable experience. Register today for summer camp and Kinder Readiness. Give your child a head start on the adventure ahead. Don't miss out, space is limited. During National Volunteer Week, we celebrate the incredible impact of parent volunteers and PSOs at Great Hearts who dedicate time and energy to enhance our school community.
From organizing events to supporting teachers and students, their commitment strengthens the bonds that make our academies thrive.
We have our hand in pretty much every activity that goes on at the school, from lunches to socials to dances to teacher support, student support. We oversee the whole umbrella. In our day-to-day, we make sure that all of the volunteers are running the way that they should be running, that we're on budget and everything like that.
We just really want to make this the best experience for our kids. And that's what I think a big part of our job is just overseeing all the little bits and pieces of our parent board, trying to make this a great experience for everybody involved.
We put on the events for the high school, we help organize volunteers, and we do 3 major events for the high school. We do prom, which is for juniors and seniors. We do a spring social, which is for the whole high school, and we do homecoming, which is also for the entire high school.
The middle school has like parties, and there's a fall party and a spring party that we help put those on, and then they also have a school-wide like field day. So when they're out on the football field and they do different things, and we were in charge of the middle school side of that.
One thing I love about volunteering is being on campus and seeing my kids and my kids' friends. It's actually really fun to walk down the hallway in between classes, and kids that maybe they don't know my name and I don't know their name, but they recognize me and they kind of give a little wave.
This year, I can honestly say, having a senior, there's a lot of emotions, and I think what I enjoyed most was being around other parents who are going through the same thing, being able to talk to other people, ask them, you know, how are you doing this? How are you doing that?
Porque pienso que esta escuela te invita a que tú participes y seas parte de lo bueno que tiene esta escuela. Esta escuela tiene unos factores que no otras escuelas lo tienen. En especial nosotros los hispanos nos gusta saber qué pasa con nuestro hijo.
My husband was like, okay, you have a middle schooler and 2 high schoolers here. There's never a time to be too involved. Like, you're not gonna look back and be like, I wish I did less when they were all 3 at school there.
It's a greater sense of community. You not only get to know your children's teachers and the entire staff, but you also get to know the families that are deeply involved, that are part of your kids' childhood as well.
I absolutely love coming into the school and having all the kids know my name and come up and talk with me, and they're so appreciative and wonderful. And I've made some of the best friends, and it really is heartwarming to be a part of this community. And you don't know that until you step inside and you start giving of yourself.
Sign up, just come to a meeting, come to something you're interested in. You will make friends.
There's just a million things, and we really do need hands on deck, and many hands make light work, so we invite people to join.
We hope to leave you with a thought-provoking perspective on classical education in today's world.
Archway Scottsdale headmaster Anthony Shuba explains why, despite rapid technological change, a classical education remains incredibly relevant, offering students an opportunity to lead and a future we have yet to fully imagine.
We'll see you next month, and
Go Gladiators!
Hello, I'm Anthony Shuba. I'm the headmaster of Archway Scottsdale. And I just want to share with you some thoughts that I had recently about classical education. The strongest argument, I think, against classical education is that it prepares students for a world that does not exist. And people who typically reduce classical education in that way dismiss the discipline as passé or irrelevant because it prepares students to be orators in classical Greece. But this is not classical Athens. We no longer have orators, so why should we study rhetoric? Why should we study Greek, Latin, and some of these ancient texts that have withstood the test of time? Now, when I first heard that argument, I thought that it was, pretty hostile to something that I care deeply about, and felt that there was a need to disprove it. But as I spent more time with that argument, I realized both that it was true and that is actually a good thing. Because if we are in fact preparing our students for the job market of 2025, then by the time our K-12 students graduate in 2035 to 2042, they will be hopelessly outmoded and outplayed. So we really have a choice between two alternatives. Either we can embrace the utilitarian model of education, in which our students only go to school in order to accomplish the goal of career readiness, in which case, by the way, we need to not only anticipate, but actually even predict and teach the technological advances of the next 10 years. Good luck if that's the case. Or we can realize that education is more than the transfer of information. It's actually the formation of souls. And that the goal there is not to teach students what to think and give them access to facts and the learning of stuff, but that the goal is actually to teach them how to think, to give them method, and to expose them to the best of what the Western world has to offer, and the classical texts, concepts, and ideas that have withstood the test of time. I believe that if we do the latter, we will prepare them not just for participation, but also leadership within their chosen fields. So there are many excellent models of education that are out there. I happen to prefer the one that prepares students for a world that does not exist yet.